Naya, a number of people are here outside the gates of Fort Hood calling for justice for Specialist Vanessa Guillen, who was murdered on Fort Hood in April. Support continues across the nation for the Guillen family. Earlier today, the League of United Latin American Citizens met with the Secretary of the Army and Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, to call for reform within Army ranks and the disbandment of the 3rd Cavalry in response to the murder of Specialist Vanessa Guillen. Guillen disappeared from Fort Hood on April 22nd. Human remains found near the Leon River on June 30th have since been confirmed to be of the missing Fort Hood soldier. 2 suspects dismembered Guillen's body and attempted to burn it after she was bludgeoned to death on April 22nd. Tonight, a number of protesters are here outside the gates of Fort Hood calling for justice for Vanessa Guillen. Monday marked the beginning of legal proceedings in the murder of the Fort Hood soldier, as the only living defendant left faced a federal judge. 22-year-old Cicely Aguilar of Guillen is charged with conspiracy to hide and destroy evidence. Upon conviction, she faces up to 20 years in federal prison and a maximum $250,000 fine. Aguilar has a preliminary hearing scheduled for July 14th. Now, coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear more on the latest developments in Guillen's case. Reporting live in Bell County, Olivia Leveda, 25 News.
Olivia, thank you. 2 officers are hurt and at least 1 person is dead after an hours-long standoff and fire at a home in North Texas. Officers responded to the call last night when a woman reported her son had a gun and was threatening to kill people. Upon arrival, officers were immediately met with gunfire. 2 officers were hit. 1 officer was taken to the hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time. The home caught fire and an unidentified body was later found inside.
Today wraps up early voting for the 2020 runoffs. Polls just closed their doors at 5, so about 13 minutes ago. They will reopen on Election Day for the runoffs, which is Tuesday. For a list of polling locations in your county in Central Texas, visit votetexas.gov. Let's take a look at some of those early voting numbers here. As of closing time yesterday, nearly 1,300 people voted in McLennan County. Actually, that's just over 10,000 people, In Bell County, just shy of 8,000 people have voted, and in Brazos County, more than 9,500 cast a ballot. President Trump's campaign rally in New Hampshire has been delayed due to Tropical Storm Faye. The rally, initially scheduled for tomorrow night, will be postponed for a week or 2 because of safety concerns, according to the White House. It was slated to be held outdoors, this time with supporters strongly encouraged to wear facial coverings.
Tropical Storm Faye stirring up water and high winds hitting the East Coast. It's expected to make landfall in New Jersey sometime overnight. A tropical storm warning has been issued for the coast of Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and parts of Rhode Island. Faye formed off of North Carolina's coast yesterday. It is the earliest tropical storm that begins with an F on record. Let's get another check on the forecast.
Josh Johns is here, and Josh, we're talking about what could be dangerous heat over the next few days.
Yeah, dangerous heat here, but again, on the East Coast, they're dealing there with Tropical Storm Faye that y'all were mentioning just a second ago. Very interesting because this storm is taking a dead line for heading towards New York City. You can see it spinning there off the coast of New Jersey now. It's actually 10 miles north-northeast of Atlantic City. Winds are at 50 miles per hour, gusts are at 65, but you also notice there's not a lot of structure to this storm, so mainly a wind maker coming for parts of the eastern seaboard. Again, that's going to track north into Vermont and then eventually turn into a remnant low as it heads into Canada as it moves north pretty quickly too, 14 miles per hour. Meanwhile, in our neck of the woods, no showers at all. Things are really dry, though we do see a few more clouds than we saw yesterday. Harker High Texaco Eagle Eye showing you that. And you also see the pink colors on our radar picture. That is where every one of our counties here in Central Texas now under a heat advisory as this heat wave gets going full force now. And again, that includes most of Central Texas, all of Central Texas rather. Afternoon feel like temperatures running 105 to 110. And for now, this goes through at least Sunday evening. It'll likely be extended as we do expect that heat advisory criteria and that dangerous heat to be hanging around into Monday and Tuesday as well. Temperatures right now are sitting in the upper 90s, lower 100s. Killeen, the hot spot at 101. It's 99 currently in Temple, 96 in Waco. St. Sabba's at 98, 95 in Fairfield, and Bryan College Station checking in at 97. But you factor in that humidity, and boy, look at Killeen. Feels like 112 right now. This is the dangerous heat we're talking about, that heat and humidity combining to make things kind of dangerous outside. So again, if you have any evening plans, try to stay out of the sun as much as possible. Take some breaks in the shade if you have to do anything outside, and drink plenty of water because we don't want any heat exhaustion taking over.